Welcome my Love Light Lifers, Nattie Tee here, your vibrational coach, and I help artists, creatives, freelancers and entrepreneurs to use the law of attraction to live their best life. So it takes nothing to support the channel, just smash the like button and hit the subscribe and the bell. We're talking about the personality traits that a Scorpio person might have that they could use to manifest, or the ones that might be stopping them from manifesting. We're going to get into it right now. Hey, welcome back to my returning subscribers, and if you've just shown up, welcome to you too. Love you guys. Thanks for being here with me. We're talking about Scorpio personality traits today. We're going to find out what those traits, some of them, what those traits are, and how you can use them to manifest, or which ones of them may be stopping you from manifesting at your best level. So Scorpio, some of your traits that we are going to be dealing with today, that we're going to be chatting about, is passionate. Very passionate Scorpio. Also stubborn, resourceful, and brave. So first of all, let's hit up passion. Those people who are passionate, it doesn't just mean that they really like amorous activity. It also means that they are passionate about life, that they really get into stuff. And being a passionate person means that you're really action oriented. And this is something that can be great. In fact, we dealt with being a fiery person if you're a Leo. So if you've got this trait, you might want to also watch the Leo one, because this is just talking about how action is great once you've lined up the energy. When you haven't lined up that energy, it doesn't matter what you do. This is the biggest thing about law of attraction. This is the thing that I can't stress enough, why you want to get a hold of your vibration and be in control of it, because it is in control of everything around you. And if you've ever tried to do something and had the opposite result, in other words, when you get a new knife and it's really, really sharp, and you know it's really, really sharp, so what you do is when you're cutting your vegetables, you're kind of saying in your head, you may not be saying it out loud, but you've got this very keen awareness: don't cut yourself, don't cut yourself, don't cut yourself, don't cut yourself. And what happens? Usually you cut yourself. Why? Because the focus is on cutting yourself, not safety. In fact, how many times have you cut vegetables and not cut yourself? So many times. But the one time that you don't want to cut yourself because this is really, really sharp, this knife, that's the time that you cut yourself. This is what we call irony. It's also a big old flag, red flag, of the law of attraction, that you're not lining your energy up, you're lining it up in a different direction than you mean it to go. And so if you're really passionate and you really like to act, if you're really action oriented, make sure you're taking that time to sit back, decide what you want, line up the energy, find out what you actually believe about what you're doing before you actually act and do something. Next, we're going to talk about being stubborn, because this one, being stubborn means that you don't like change. You dig in instead of going with the flow. If there was one thing that I would say to you will serve you for the rest of your life about how to get good with the law of attraction, it's go with the flow. You're not going with the flow. Stop. It's pretty much the opposite of what you want to be doing. You want to be able to react to things. You want to be able to react in a positive manner to things. When you get decided that there's this way and this way alone, it can hinder your progress, because nothing happens without change. None of your manifestations can manifest without something around you changing. So you really have to get good with change. However, you can use your stubborn nature, if you have it. If you are very purposeful about it, what you can do is you can be stubborn when you know that a particular thing is not good for your vibration. That's going to knock me out of alignment, or that's not good for me. Then you can get a little bit more stubborn and decide, hey, I'm not doing that thing. I no longer am going to tolerate these sort of conversations with my friends. Hey, you've got a choice. We can either talk about some of these other things that we enjoy together. You want to talk about that stuff, you talk about it with somebody else. Okay? So being stubborn can work for you a little bit, but you've just got to remember to use it purposefully, mindfully. Next, we got resourceful. Yes, this is a good one, because being resourceful is an actual indicator of alignment. That ability to find resources. In fact, the very notion that you can be sitting somewhere without the thing that you want and find a way to get it anyway is alignment. You will have those days, and you've probably had a lot of them. I think we all have. Those days where it doesn't matter what you do, you just can't get your mojo happening. That's when you're out of alignment. Okay? Some thoughts have been going around in your head that you haven't particularly felt good about, and you haven't felt good about them because those thoughts aren't taking you to where you intend to go. So when you're feeling resourceful, if this is a trait of yours, you can use it to basically become resourceful on everything that you want. Your belief in your own resourcefulness is the only thing standing in your way. So getting into alignment means being resourceful, but those resources will come to you much more easily when you are in alignment. So just being able to string the shoelaces together and make a makeshift whatever it is you need, just being able to do that is one thing. But having that thing that you need just turn up and sort of drop in your lap, that's even better. It can be fun to be resourceful, and you should be having fun with it. But you can also make sure that alignment is there, be thinking the thoughts that are telling you, hey, I got this, this is going to work out, I don't need to always know how, I can trust that what I need is going to come. And the more you trust it, the more often it will happen for you. In fact, the first few times it happens, you kind of think that you're the recipient of a miracle. It is, it's really like that. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened. Oh my God. And it's really little tiny things. It's little things like you need a piece of string to tie something to something else, and it just happens. And you just find it there. So the next thing that we're going to look at is being brave. Now this is one where you really need to listen to your own intuition about this, because being brave means that you can do things that you don't want to do because you're brave. But don't do things that you don't want to do unless you have decided that this is something that is going to bring you closer to what you want, and it's something that you can feel good about doing. Because being brave doesn't mean just jumping off the cliff because you can. Because somebody told you you should, because you think you should. Actually sit and figure out what it is that's making you scared about doing the thing, and try and deal with a little bit of that apprehension and understand yourself a little bit better before you go just running headlong into it, because you can find yourself in these situations and fear is usually telling you you haven't lined up that energy. That's what it's telling you. So don't be brave just because you can. Listen to your own self, listen to your emotions, listen to your intuition, and do the things that you want to do. Have the life you want to have. So I'm going to say goodbye, but if you're interested in getting some personal one-on-one coaching from me, check the description. All of the details are down there. I will see you.